yeah, there's money and everything. But one of the more like interesting examples of like what happens to people when they do all this is Cherry. You ever seen the movie Cherry?
No.
Basically, it
Yeah.
came out during COVID, right? It was a movie starring Tom Holland, and it also had the son of Tony Gandolfini, the guy from The Sopranos, his son. So basically, what happens is he falls in love with this girl, and he says, "You know what? I'm gonna join." I guess it was the army, and it's kind of like a semi, a little bit sad. He ends up joining with this Hispanic dude who ends up joining the army because his girl got pregnant, and he said he wanted to take care of her. So with the money from the army, so that's what he did. He just did it because of that. And
Yeah, I'm
then,
not pregnant.
and then he, no, okay, and then he goes
It's
to the
legal.
military. What the fuck? Then he goes to the military, and he ends up being a field medic, right? So they end up helping, serving the medics. But what happens is his friends end up getting bombarded by a mine in the desert. And it's kind of fucked up, but there was this dude who was being rude to him, like one of their sergeants. But then the minute he lost his friends and everything in the truck, it was just fucked. And the worst part was they had to wait for the car to stop burning so that way they could remove the bodies with the dog tags and everything.
Um,
But yeah, and then he becomes like a meth addict with this girl, and
Jonathan,
he ends up going to prison. His friend, they both end up working in construction, like you know how Richard does construction?
but you
Yeah,
didn't know. Okay.
yeah. So they both end up going to construction, and he meets his friend that we saw at the beginning of the movie. But his friend ends up with PTSD as well, and the minimum thing can change him, like thunder. That's a nice ass car, bro.
No, 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 get
He's
your
gonna do
ass
it again.
off.
He's gonna do it again. He's gonna do it again. He will, bro. He will, bro.
I never said that a lot.
Also, what were you asking me about, Jonathan?
I forgot.
In the water, and you were asking me with your diva pose about something. Why the fuck are you squatted like a porn star right now?
He's on my favorite Andy.
We got one's ass, right? Yeah, you do.
Oh yeah, shake it for me, Billy.
She wants
Shake it
some
up on my
shaky
face.
booty. I dig the design though. You went kind of a bit with my idea. Oh fuck, his hands are jumping. Motherfuckers are meowing. Spinner, she gets a fucking.